was first attracted to Wattwatchers after seeing some of the work they had done with Ku-ring-gai Council around energy conservation. I really liked the device they'd made, and it was the first time I'd seen a device that could sit on the consumer's side of the electricity network and use standard technologies like Wi-Fi. The Wattwatchers Auditor is an incredibly small, smart, advanced device. It supports a variety of different communications, but most importantly, the data that it produces and releases is your data. Traditional smart meters are not consumer devices, they are revenue billing meters. They have been designed to sit on network utility grids. They're not traditionally accessed by the consumers. They don't provide end consumers with much information other than what you see on your quarterly bill, which is pretty bare bones information, a lot more about tariffs than it is really about energy consumption. Wattwatchers delivers real-time energy data, and that's going to allow a lot more movement in this space and a lot more innovation as we move out of that very, very rigid and regulated environment that is the electricity network as we know it today, which for most of us we don't find very interesting, but we know we need it and we know we have to pay the bills, and we'd all love to pay less money, and most of us would like to consume less energy. And through some real-time data, we should be able to do that. If we can't measure it, we can't improve it. We need real-time data in the future of what we're going to call smart homes and the Internet of Things. We need some degree of real-time data to be able to make the right decisions so that everything works efficiently and effectively. Wattwatchers will help in the world of home automation once we make some of the connections that are required between your home and the energy meter. We will sit between those two networks to allow reactive and proactive movement of energy flows within the house. As an example, as we engage with Apple's HomeKit products and Google's home energy products, we'll be able to see devices operating in the house, manipulate those devices, and take full advantage of either your renewable energy, your low-cost tariffs, and or your ability to reduce energy consumption across the house. Every major company and every major brand is developing Internet of Things products. They all will have a touch point into the energy space, and we should sit at the center of that and be able to help them deliver what they need. Internet of Things is a really broad topic. It's going to cover our cars, it's going to cover appliances, it's going to cover every component of the house. Is eventually going to have communications built into it, is eventually going to consume power. These things will all eventually need some degree of control or integrate into how we do our lives and how we consume energy. To empower people to be able to use energy they want. To do that, they need information. There's a huge part of that where we'll have to educate people on, the economic decisions, the green decisions they want to make, how they want to run their house, and how we can do that with everyday off-the-shelf consumer technologies. And we will see a lot of that change over the next few years as each of these connected devices come on board. A big part of the vision is enabling consumers to shift their billing from a quarterly tax-style billing structure to something that's way more flexible that suits their needs. We've seen the Uberization of many different products, and there's no reason that can't happen in energy use. How do we engage with that? How do people pay the way they want to pay? How do people consume the way they want to do it? And how do we empower them to do that? All of this needs access to real-time data that is their data, that is open, that's easy, and that can be accessible from any of the variety of different partners that we engage with. A lot of people aspire to reduce their energy footprint that they consume in their household. To do this, you need information. As we grow connected devices, you'll be able to automate more with them and use that energy efficiently. There is a massive curve of solar production, and the more you can use that curve up during the day, the more efficient and effective you can be, and the closer you are to being off the grid. the next 5 or 10 years, we'll see hopefully great disruption in the energy sector via technology. We've seen technology be able to disrupt just about every environment that we as humans engage with. I think the best example is, Uber and the way it disrupted the taxi networks. No one really probably saw that coming, and who would have thought you could disrupt such a staple as that? There's plenty of room for technology to play a significant part in how we engage with energy in the coming years, in how we change our view of renewables, in how we engage with all different types of renewables, be it solar, wind, thermal, batteries. They will all play a part, and they'll create quite complex microgrids of energy production and energy data, and technology will play a really significant role in how we exist in that space and how we make the best use of those tools.